We are halfway through Season 1, Episode 6, Antwerp Blues, of MobLand, a show that seems to be picking at random to decide what to air next. Therefore, doing a little housekeeping might not hurt. Where are we? Who has passed away? Furthermore, why is Pierce Brosnan's character ever referred to as Conrad the Dread? The responses are as follows: I don't know, there are a few nobodies, and nowhere new. MobLand continues to avoid getting to the point, even though Episode 6 is an improvement over Episode 5. There is a story here, but it is so obscured by so many abandoned plot points that I hardly notice it. How did the rat fare? What became of Archie's body? How is Jan's undercover friend doing? The Frenchman with Bella was who? Why is Kevin's cruel prison guard acting this way? When I'm watching it live, why does Maeve have to explain what Seraphina and Brendan are doing? There are two types of storytelling: taking your time and not knowing where your story is headed. Characters in MobLand frequently act without considering the consequences of their actions. Although Maeve's expression implies he is covering for her, Conrad claims in this episode that he ordered the hit on Vron Stevenson. I don't understand why he keeps siding with his wife, but as Harry says, it doesn't matter. There is no way to bring Vron back to life. It's war. Even though Tommy Stevenson's, Felix Edwards, death in Episode 2 could have led to this exact situation, at least we have something to work with now, right? No. We switch storylines once more just as things are getting interesting, and Brosnan finally shows off his acting abilities in a scene with Considine, who is still MobLand's best character. The purchase of diamonds by Seraphina and Brendan is the subject of this episode. When the storylines are unrelated, this frantic storytelling technique is ineffective. While Kevin and Harry debate whether Conrad's empire is collapsing, Bella and Jan talk about how difficult it is to be a mob wife. Cutting these scenes up into manageable chunks doesn't conceal the fact that nothing is actually happening in them, and they aren't related either structurally or thematically. The awkward relationship between Bella and Jan is no longer discussed, and we don't learn anything new about the Harrigans. Perhaps they are no longer as powerful as they once were. As we follow Seraphina and Brendan, who seem like supporting characters who were inadvertently brought into the main cast, the jumping around slows down. Conrad sends Harry, who has next to nothing to do in Episode 6, Antwerp Blues, out to retrieve his children before Richie discovers they're not in hiding, and Maeve calls Richie and gives him their location anyway. You see, this is a ploy. She explains it to Eddie if you don't. In exchange for his losses, she will allow Richie to kill Seraphina, but he must make a pinky promise not to kill Brendan. Richie won't betray her because he is aware of her abilities, Maeve tells her grandson. Yes, Maeve, he does, he blows up his wife. I don't know what else he should be terrified of. Although Harry doesn't see it, there is a shootout. Hardy, who may not have even been on set, spends half the episode with his face hidden by a motorcycle helmet while he runs to pick up the siblings. With a gun aimed at Seraphina, whom we hardly know other than that she is unfazed, which is how you can describe almost every woman in MobLand, we end on a cliffhanger. The way these women are written has a serious flaw. Bella, Jan, and Seraphina are almost the same, but Kevin, Harry, and Conrad all at least appear different. Given that Froggatt is an actress who has won a Golden Globe and is nominated for an Emmy, it's a huge drag. She is capable of much more. In MobLand, everyone has a lot more options. As I mentioned earlier, there is a story here somewhere that is trying to escape, but the Harrigans are running out of time with only 4 episodes remaining.